On New Tonight, people in Iowa Falls are fighting for one of their beloved community members to stay legally in their own community. Zalmay Niazy risked his life to translate for U.S. forces in Afghanistan for over 6 years. And Local 5's Eva Anderson shares how the community is rallying around him in the fight for his life.
In a small, patriotic town in rural Iowa, there's a church filled with people to support someone they all view as a military hero.
He's more of a hero than I am after 23 and a half years in the military. He's got shot for this country. I never did.
But the man whose service they all showed up for isn't from Iowa or even the U.S. He's from Afghanistan, and he's in danger of getting deported. The folks in Iowa Falls are outraged.
They're throwing him away like a piece of garbage, and he's an American hero.
The man they call an American hero, Zalmay Niazy, is known by everyone in this town as Z. For the past 5 years, he's been a handyman, welcomed into nearly every home in the town.
I've been treated very well, and they're counting me as their own.
But before he became one of Iowa's own, he assisted the U.S. from his homeland in Afghanistan, where he made the risky decision to interpret for U.S. forces under the Taliban regime. He saw it as a civic duty.
So I stand with the United States Armed Forces and became an interpreter, and I have done what was right and what seemed right.
But doing the right thing made him a target of extremists. Terrorists killed his uncle and began attacking his whole family.
We lost about everything.
So when he came to the U.S. for work in 2014, the Taliban cast him in the media as a traitor, a spy for the U.S. They made it clear returning home would be a death sentence.
I have been a high target for years.
So Z filed for asylum, and more than 4 years later, just weeks ago, he got a letter.
I didn't believe it.
He was denied, the government claiming he's engaged in terrorist activity. Showing me the letter,
You're barred by.
he says he feels betrayed.
It was just a gut punch. It was just a punch in the guts.
But ready to punch back
Help those that helped us.
are Z's friends from Iowa Falls, who on this beautiful June day had a choice.
I should be out riding my motorcycle, but instead I was studying deportation and immigration law.
Which is what all these people are gathered to do, to spread the word, write elected officials, and raise money for an immigration lawyer.
We need a very tough lawyer.
And as Z awaits his next interview in late June, he's grateful this small Iowa town is giving him back everything they feel he gave to them.
The whole town and the whole state and the country.
It was such a beautiful showing of support. He needs help right now, though. Z is facing an immigration judge June 28th. There is a hefty legal fee associated with that. So community members are helping him raise money. There is a GoFundMe for him. We'll have that posted on our website, weareiowa.com. Stephanie?
And Eva, his letter from the government claimed he was engaged in terrorist activity. What exactly did they mean by that?
Well, in his interview that he had when seeking asylum over 4 years ago, they asked him, have you ever interacted with the Taliban? And he said, yes, they're our government system. Everybody comes into contact with them. And then he said, one time somebody rode up on a motorcycle when he was 9 years old and asked his family, said, get us some bread, get us some food, or we'll burn your house down and kill your parents. And as a 9-year-old kid, he did what he did. And just the act of giving them bread, he said it was no bigger than his hand. That is engaging with terrorists. And he feels that's what cost him his ability to stay safely in the U.S. So very, very dangerous and certainly needing a lot of community support.